Hey everyone, it's Beck here from Hello, my name is Beck and I'm popping in today to share some news with you about Australia Post. This is for the Australian happy mailers, so if you are not Australian or in Australia, then you don't need to watch this video. So, there is good news on the Australia Post website, and it's been introduced recently. So it started on the 3rd of January, so I think it's now the 20th of January. It's the introduction of a new set price for the everyday greeting card. So it's actually for people to send greeting cards at a lesser rate than what they have been sending. So let me just talk to you about the current prices of sending a small letter. The small letter for New Zealand is $2.60. The small letter for Asia is $2.90. US and Canada is $3.50. Europe is $3.70, and the rest of the world is $4 for sending a small letter, which is what I've been doing to send my flat mails. Now, so this greeting card rate is now for, it doesn't really change for New Zealand or Asia, but for US and Canada it's now $3, for Europe and the UK it's $3, and the rest of the world is $3. It's a small saving, so you've got a 50-cent saving here, a 70-cent saving here, and a $1 saving here, but it is actually something that I think you guys would be interested in, because there is actually a new standard of size. So this is really important down here. So it can be no heavier than 50 grams, which my flat mails never are. It can be no thicker than 5 millimeters. So my flat mails do occasionally squeeze over the 5 millimeter, and then I just put them in the mailbox and they seem to arrive. But for this, if I was doing this sort of thing and putting $3 on instead of $3.70, I would make sure it goes through the slot. So that's something that's really good. And then the next thing is the really important thing. Can be no larger than 260 millimeters by 360 millimeters. Now the small size has actually always been limited to 130 millimeters to 240 millimeters. So I'm going to bring in my gauge. So my gauge shows you here that we've got 130 by 240. I've written 9 inches above and 5 inches over here because it actually does work out if you are looking at creating in inches to be under, like these figures 5 and 9 need to be, they can be under these millimeters here. So you'll see on your gauge that it is actually marked out in this white area here. Now if I bring in the specifications here, no larger than 260 by 360. Now, so if I bring my gauge down, it's actually the yellow area. So the width and length of your mail can be inside this, but as long as it fits through the 5 millimeter slot. Now that's going to be super hard for us to tell, because obviously if we make a mail that big, there's no way of squeezing it through here, because this is actually the length of 130 millimeters. So what we're going to have to do is possibly design our own slot, or even if you wanted to use this slot, if you want to go for just the 162 millimeters by 240 millimeters. I just really like the fact that they've actually expanded the size. They haven't expanded like the width of it with the 5mm, but the actual size of the letter can be bigger. Previously, anyone sending an A4 document, like just a A4 envelope with one sheet in, so say for example they had to send something to a solicitor in the UK, like a signed document, they were having to pay $14.40 to post that because it was only fitting through the large letter gauge. So now, if anyone needs to send just one sheet of A4 paper, all they have to do is slide in one piece of card in there so that the mail people think that it is this greeting card, and then they can send it for $3 instead of $14.40. I think this is a much better rate for people to send. So when it comes to the happy mailers, I will do a couple of swaps coming up, which will be just greeting cards, maybe postcards that we can just pop in, and maybe we might challenge ourselves to make a happy mail that's a lot flatter, and we could even open up our happy mails now and send them because they will now fit in this yellow slot here, which is pretty much A4. Absolutely love this change. Thank you so much, Australia Post, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I do have an expert with me. His name is Charlie, and I thought I would share this news with you. Thanks everyone, take care, bye.